Hey, AlabamaInsider.com coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Spring football starts today. We got Nick Saban's press conference tonight. Alabama will hold its first practice of the spring season. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. We are happy to have you as a subscriber right here on the YouTube channel, Bama Insider. So thank you very much for joining us today. We're going to talk about a variety of topics going into spring ball. We want to hear from you, so call into the show, 205-850-1994. The show's open. The call-in line is open. We got new energy going into the spring season. It's Monday, March 20th. Can you feel it? That's the vibe. New assistants. Tommy Rees takes over as the offensive coordinator. You got Kevin Still taking over as the DC. Robert Bala taking over as the inside linebackers coach. Still and Bala will replace Pete Golding. Charlie Strong and Kent Weisenhunt join as analysts. You got Strong coming back as an analyst. I love having him inside that room, along with Weisenhunt, who will be a special assistant to Coach Saban. Remember, Saban likes those assistants that are close to him, and Butch Jones played that role. And that was some good continuity for Coach Saban. You also got the quarterback situation. I think outside of Georgia, in terms of the college football question marks going into the season, like, can Georgia make another run at a championship? The biggest storyline, in my opinion, when it comes to Alabama football and probably college football is, can Alabama continue that lineage at the quarterback position of greatness following Bryce Young, right? Where do you think Bryce Young is going to be drafted in the NFL? I want to hear from you inside the comment box, but you got some quality quarterbacks coming back. And I know you want to talk about the quarterbacks, so I want to talk about that position with you as well. 205-850-1994 is the call-in number. Feeling good on this Monday, March 20th. Hit me up. I want to get your take on the quarterback position. And I'll talk about the quarterbacks a little bit more as we go forward. And I want the opening show to revolve around that. Remember, you have Ty Simpson as well, Eli Holston and Dylan Lonergan coming in, as well as the freshman. What's up, guys? I see you inside the comment box. Johnny Jones Jr., good morning to you. I hope you're off to a fantastic start. I love every single time we get spring football going. I think that's kind of the kickoff to the new season for our YouTube channel right here. Remember, we have Pro Day coming up on Thursday. And if you're just joining, hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. We got Coach Saban in his opening spring football press conference. That'll be tonight, Monday, 6 p.m. We'll have that right here on our YouTube channel. Be sure and hit the subscribe button, and appreciate you guys being here. Yo, Jeff, thank you, man, for the comments. I appreciate it. It's good to be on here. Good to be rapping with you. Call line is open, 205-850-1994. I'm going to get your take on spring football. Some opening questions. We've been previewing spring football. I've been talking about Alabama getting back to work, getting back to that mantra, shuffling out the OC, the DC, bringing new guys in. We can't forget about the basketball team. Yes, Nick M. Inside the comment box, there will be a Coach Saban press conference tonight. That will be at 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll have that right here on Bama Insider. The Alabama basketball team, as you know, they defeated Maryland 73-51 in round 2 of the NCAA basketball tournament. Javon Quinterly had 22 points. He was 9 of 14 shooting from the field, 4 for 6 from beyond the arc. And you had Brandon Miller, didn't have a point in the first game, but collected 19 points and had 7 boards. Charles Bediako had 10 and 10 in the win. Alabama will make its 9th NCAA Sweet 16 appearance in program history, and the second in the last 3 years. Head coach Nate Oates improves to 10-3 in 13 postseason games while at the helm of Alabama's men's basketball team. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. My name is Kyle Henderson of Bama Insider. Call line is open, 205-850-1994. I want to talk to you about spring football. I want to talk to you about the quarterback position and the new assistants that have been added to the staff. Break down the quarterback position. I already know, at least in my opinion, who's going to be the quarterback repping with the ones, and you should too. I was looking at some research. I was doing some research yesterday and today, and it's quite simple who the quarterback is going to be for Alabama, at least taking the reps with the ones. I don't see Chris nodding his head in the background. He's but I mean, look, I think that we all know who it's going to be. Okay, we also have. Let's finish up on the basketball team, because the Crimson Tide will face the number 5 seed in the South region. That'll be San Diego State. Very quality team. The Aztecs, as you know, very quality team from the West Coast on March 24th. That'll be Friday. I don't think the tip has been announced just yet. Here are my key question marks for today. And this is for everybody out there on the show. I have 3 question marks. This is what I want the show to revolve on. 205-850-1994. Who will be Alabama's number 1 quarterback? I already know, at least in my opinion. And will the quarterback position, this is question number 2, will the quarterback position continue that legacy of greatness? Yes, greatness. After Tua Tagovailoa, after Mac Jones, after Jalen Hurts. Jalen just played in the Super Bowl, right? Can the quarterback position maintain that legacy? I'm curious to see where we go from here at the quarterback position. 205-850-1994 is the call-in number. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama on Monday, March 20th. Spring football opens for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Hollis is saying inside the comment box that Tide is going to start. Look, that could very well be the case going into the season, but I think for spring ball, I think that Jalen Milroe is certainly going to be the guy repping with the ones, and I'll tell you why. But let me get to my final question for the show, because I have 3 hard-hitting questions. Number 1, who will be Alabama's quarterback? Who will be will Alabama's quarterback position maintain its greatness? And who will be the defensive alpha dog following the departure of William Anderson? Who's going to step up on defense? You have plenty of guys to choose from, right? I can probably think of one that I think is going to be it. But I want to hear from you inside the comment box. And I want you to call in. 205-850-1994 is the call-in line. Got new assistants coming in. Want to talk about the quarterback play. There's several things that we can talk about this weekend. Of course, Nick Saban tonight at 6 p.m. Keep hitting that thumbs up. Like and subscribe if you roll Tide. And good morning to you on this beautiful Monday, March 20th. Okay. When I was talking about Jalen Milroe, when I was looking at Jalen Milroe and doing some research, this is what really stands out to me, okay? I think a lot of people forget this particular stat. The young man made his first career start against Texas A&M last season. And in that game, he tied for the second most passing touchdowns in UA history in a starting debut with 3 touchdowns. He accumulated 111 yards and 3 scores. He was 12 of 19 passing with 1 interception and added 17 rushes for 81 yards with the longest of 33. Now, this is very important in terms of the statistic, because I think that's what Jalen Milroe is going to bring to Alabama football, is if he can continue to progress in terms of being a quarterback, working on his progressions. Look, he got thrown into the fire last year, but I think year over year, we've continued to see these quarterbacks evolve. We don't know where Jalen Hurts is at. Alabama keeps a tight lid over their practices, but under Tommy Rees, we're going to see what type of development we can see from Jalen Milroe going into spring football. Last season, he totaled 297 yards. He was 31 of 53 passing with 5 touchdowns, but he did have 3 interceptions. And he had 31 rushes for 260 yards and 1 score. I think when we look to Jalen Milroe in his running ability, I looked to the game against Mercer last year. He looked honestly like the best running back on the team. And I think some people get it twisted. They're like, okay, he's only a dual threat quarterback. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think he has a dual threat ability, but I want to continue to see that progression from him in terms of a passer. And we've seen these quarterbacks over the last several years at Alabama continue to develop. I say this many times when I'm on the show. Remember how nobody wanted Mac Jones to start? Nobody. And Mac Jones comes out and has an incredible season, leads Alabama to a 13-0 title run. It was incredible what he did from an efficiency standpoint. Is Jalen Milroe going to be Mac Jones? Absolutely not. I'm just talking about wait and see from a progression standpoint, because there's a lot of growth year over year for these players. I saw Milroe the other night at a restaurant here in Tuscaloosa. Dude is completely jacked. I mean, what is he, like 240 pounds? I mean, he has to be. I'm looking at the roster right now. I know everybody's going to question Alabama's roster after, heights or whatever. But, I mean, even if he's 200, it has him listed at 220. But Look, I think he's like 230, whatever it is. He's a big dude that can run. And I think I mean, like Jeff is saying inside the comment box, he could be the fastest guy on the team. Jalen Milroe is going to be your quarterback to open up spring ball, 1,000,000%. Call in line is open, 205-850-1994. If you have a question, call in. I want to hear from you. I want to know your take on who's going to be Alabama's quarterback going into spring. We're already talking about Jalen Milroe. I want to talk about, can Alabama continue to have this quarterback legacy following the departure of Bryce Young, Mac Jones, Tua Tagovailoa, and Jalen Hurts? And most importantly, who will be Alabama's defensive alpha dog? Who's it going to be following William Anderson? Right? There's a lot of guys that you could choose from. I mean, we could throw some out right now if you want to. I think Jaheim Otis. I mean, he's a young guy, but he could certainly come through. You look to that secondary and the guys that are coming back. I just like the overall mantra that Kool-Aid has. I think we saw some great things from Dallas Turner, but who is going to be that alpha dog that really steps up? Maybe it could be a Malachi Moore or Justin Ebogbe if he gets healthy. Who knows? Maybe it could be transferring Justin Jefferson. I have no idea, but I want to hear from you inside the comment box or at the end of the show. Just drop it in. Who do you think is going to be the alpha dog on the defensive side? What's up, Jeff? I appreciate you guys coming to you and watching the show. My name is Kyle Henderson. And you can hit the thumbs up. You can like, you can subscribe. I really appreciate you guys being here on the show. We will cut some of these clips up as YouTube shorts or recut some of this video so you guys can watch it. You can also just watch it from your TV. Just go to your TV and just type in Bama Insider YouTube channel. Pop right up. Remember, if you're just joining us tonight, we got Coach Saban at 6 p.m. That'll be the first time that we hear from Coach Saban in the spring setting for 2023. You looked at Ty Simpson at quarterback. He played in just 4 games. He completed 4 of 5 passes for 35 yards. Not a lot to work with. When I looked at Ty Simpson, I kind of looked back to A-Day when he had just arrived. I do like a lot of his ability in terms of getting the football out quickly. But I will say this about Ty Simpson, and I kind of rewind to his high school film, is he brings what Bryce Young had in terms of an escapability. He has an ability to extend plays. I think depending on where his arm strength is, Ty Simpson has a great future. And I think if he just is patient, he could, A, be the quarterback by the end of A-Day, and B, he could probably be the starter for the 2023 season. I think it's going to be a great quarterback battle. Jalen Milroe certainly in the lead of that quarterback battle, but I think Ty Simpson isn't too far behind. I think he has a lot of attributes that are not far from Bryce Young. I think Jalen Milroe is 100% faster up and down, but side to side. I think Ty Simpson has that agility and the ability to be, something that Bryce Young was, right? You could never get your hands on Bryce Young. Never, right? Yeah, we saw him take some hits, but I mean, it was rare. And I'm surprised that the nickname, the Gingerbread Man, didn't stick with him longer because it was impossible to get to Bryce Young. You also have Eli Holston coming in, Dylan Lonergan. Holstein at 6'4", 237 pounds, big quarterback for just coming in. And then Lonergan at 6'2", 212 pounds. Today, Andrew Bone had a great article talking about Julian Sayin, who will be attending Alabama's first practice, which will be today. So we're talking about spring football. He's a 2024 commit, and he'll be here through Thursday. Of course, more coverage back at On 3 on the Bama Insider channel. Do a fantastic job. Andrew Bone, Jimmy Stein, Clint Lamb, Joseph Hastings, that whole crew does a remarkable job. We also talked about the Alabama basketball team, as they continue to roll, and they'll play San Diego State this Friday. The call-in line is 205-850-1994. We'll be back tonight as we recap what Nick Saban said. We will dive into it. We will have that press conference loaded for you right here on our YouTube channel. And look, you can go ahead and post inside the comment box, and we'll pin this at the top. These are our 3 questions for you today on Monday, March 20th. Number 1, who will be Alabama's number 1 quarterback going in? Will the quarterback position at Alabama continue its legacy of greatness? In other words, do you feel that Jalen Milroe, Ty Simpson, the leaders to run the quarterback position for Alabama, do you think each of those guys has the capability and attributes to be Alabama's next great quarterback? And the third question I have for you inside the comment box, who will be the defensive alpha dog this season? All right. That's what I'm opening spring football with. Those are the questions, and we'll post those inside the comment box. Monday, March 20th, Kyle Henderson, Bama Insider. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. Tom, Tony Mitchell, I'm sure Coach Saban could have an update on, kind of roster management, and we'll have all those questions answered for you going forward right here on our YouTube channel. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, fam. We will be back with another video shortly regarding Alabama Crimson Tide football, but it's important that you hit that notification button so you can get all the videos that we upload, highlights from practice, Coach Saban's press conference, live shows, whatever. We got it right here for you at Bama Insider. From beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Kyle Henderson, BamaInsider.com.